Well, hello everyone. Welcome to my channel, Wisconsin Hugs, and that is DJ at the window. And since I can't drive semi truck right now because my license has been suspended because of some medical issues I went through 2 months ago, and am still in recovery. He is right now a house dog, and this is a shot of the living room of my house. And yeah, he this is his spot now. Now he won't. I have to head to work. Oh, hello, everybody. I have to head to work for a little bit. I've been working Walmart, and I'm actually really enjoying it there. I love the people that work there, and it's also helping with my recovery because I've been dropping like almost a pound a day. Since I started working there. I've been there I'm going on my second week now. But I have dropped 4 pounds in that 6-day period because we're constantly on our feet and we're moving all the time, and that's good for me. I need to lose this weight to get to so I can get healthy again and not ever have a stroke ever again. Because if I have another stroke someday down the road, it could put me in a wheelchair for the rest of my life, or paralyze my arm or whatever. So anyways. I said earlier that I was going to make a video about I've been sharing some of my Walmart stories as a door greeter. And so I had a little friendly Facebook debate about the electric scooters. And I will share what everybody had to say about that. It was just something I noticed while I was working as a door greeter, and I thought I'd bring it up for conversation. And it kind of turned into an interesting debate. It was interesting to see what people thought, because the question was, we have the electric scooters set aside for customers to use for shopping. Even the signs on the scooters say these scooters are meant for in-store use to be used while shopping. But I noticed one person, we were really short on scooters one day. I had a line of people that were waiting to use the scooters, and there was one person at the Subway, which is not too far from the exit door, and they were sitting in a scooter eating their sandwich, and it just the people around me were kind of muffed about it. They weren't happy about it. They wanted to do their shopping, and I'm just trying to calm them down. And I'm like, yeah, I've got the parking lot, the crew, the guys that bring the carts back. I got them out there looking for scooters if anyone left any outside. And we're checking the stores right now, see if there's any scooters around. I'm sure we'll get some real quick. I'm just trying to calm them down. But it made for an interesting debate. The question was, do you think it's right if, a person, when they use one of those extra scooters, once they're done shopping, they should return the scooter and then go eat a sandwich at Subway? Because we got benches in the Subway, And it was interesting, the response I got. Okay, and so from that Facebook post, and so that's what I'm going to be sharing with all of you today. Oh yeah, one other thing too. DJ, I usually try to walk him at the dog park before I take off for work, and then the kids come home in about 3 or 4 hours. They'll be home, so he's not going to be alone very long. Just so everyone knows, it's not like 8 hours. He'll be sitting here by himself. So I thought I had to mention that too. Oh, there's the postal lady. Hi there. There she is. And DJ loves barking at her. Yes, you do. He finally got to say hi to her. Yep. He finally got to say hi to her a few days ago when I was putting a new fridge in the house. And that's another topic of discussion I'll have one of these days. We're slowly getting everything set up, but yeah, I actually had to take the door off right there to get the fridge through that door, my front door. On my driver's license.
Wisconsin, it's a 3-month suspension on driver's license for a stroke patient. Illinois, it's 6 months. New York has a 1-year suspension. The doctors are all impressed with the recovery so far and said I could work, but I just can't drive or operate heavy machinery or drive a forklift. So I've applied everywhere and got hired at Walmart to be one of their door greeters. And they now offered me a just open position to be part of the inventory management team. Yeah, I'll be starting that job pretty quick here. I'm also applying for the 911 emergency operator position and just passed the speed typing test, which wasn't easy at all, and I overcame having to rewire my brain to get the fingers on my right hand to learn how to type again. Yeah, that was a pain in the butt. When I first got back to typing, my finger would hit the T in the word the 3 times, putting out 3 T's. And there are no corrections for the speed test. Yeah, it took me forever to finally get that down to where I just hit the T one time and 1 T would show up. Let's see. I did that for the first month of my recovery, 2 to 3 hours every day. I typed right up until I took the test, and I nailed it. Yeah, I was really excited that I passed that test. That test was not easy for the city of Milwaukee 911 emergency operator. Basically, it was like a letter to a person in some foreign country for some kind of advertising, some kind of product that might be beneficial to them. And they had a really long name, and their address was in a country that I never heard of, and it was a long name for the country. And, it's a speed test, and they really threw a lot of foreign words in there with a lot of letters. And, I was looking at I just took a quick peek at my, towards the end there. So I was at 142. You got to nail 30 words a minute, get to 150. And I thought, I'm so close to 150. I kept typing as fast as I could. And then the clock went out, and I didn't know if I hit it or not. It wouldn't tell me the results, but they told me I passed. So working at the door at Walmart in Milwaukee, I have a question for all of you. Should you return your electric scooter back to the entryway before you go eat at the in-store Subway? Electric scooters are in short supply. Many times I don't have any by the door when people need them to shop. Then I saw someone have a sandwich at Subway while sitting on a scooter while others are waiting for a scooter. My girlfriend says no. The scooter person shopped and filled their belly and they can leave happy. I say they should return the scooter before they eat a Subway sandwich, but I'm not going to yank a scooter away from a customer eating there at the Subway. I'd be interested in your thoughts. Am I right on this one? So let's take a look at the comments. So this is my cousin, Maria. She tells me, congratulations on your new employment adventures. Yeah, I never thought I'd actually be writing stories about my job as a Walmart door greeter. I'm thinking the customers need their scooters after shopping and eating to get to their cars. Walmart needs more scooters, or the cart guy should make sure all the scooters are back in the store. Yeah, we definitely could use more scooters, no doubt about it. Janelle Osborne, a girl I went to high school with, she said, I think it's their scooter until they leave, regardless of where they are. If it's a consistent problem, maybe Walmart should have a few more scooters available. Yeah. And Daryl Peterson, I played hockey with when I was a kid, he said, agree 100%. Jenny Broad is a wonderful girl I know that lives in Sweden. I've been Facebook friends with her forever. I've never met her, but she always comments on all my stuff. She said, good luck on all your new endeavors. You're a hard worker and a fighter. Just don't forget to relax and be kind to yourself as well. And I said, yeah, thank you, my overseas friend. That is great advice. Yeah, because I have a tendency to push myself, but at the same time, I think pushing myself forces me to get better. Because if you just sit around the house all the time, you're just going to, I don't know, for me, you're going to get fat and lazy. So, I think it's better you need the time to recover, but then after a certain point, you need to start working in order to get better. And since I can't drive, and maybe I don't want to drive, I thought, at least I can start working. I could do the Walmart job and hopefully my body and everything, my stamina, I can handle it. And if I can't, well then hopefully, because being a door greeter is not that strenuous of a job, and hopefully my brain, everything's working there, and it seems to be going well. And yeah, and I can see where I'm at on my recovery. So yeah, I said I've been enjoying many everyday hikes along the Lake Bluff trails with my dog and getting my head straight, definitely. Pam, another cousin of mine, she lives in Michigan. I would have returned a scooter, but then I can walk the car. Others can't. Yeah, yep. Sherry's Blaise, a girl I went to high school with, said, sad to hear of your recent health struggles, but happy to hear you are on the fast track to recovering and returning to normal. I totally get it. After my fall and broken ankle last February, great to hear you got back into working regardless of the type of work. Some bring pride too much into the mix. That being said, I feel that the scooter is that customers until they return. We don't always know everyone else's health restrictions reasons, so perhaps Walmart should invest in more scooters. Yep, you're definitely right on that one, Sherry. No doubt about it. Yeah, I said, yeah, wish we had more scooters. Thank you, my friend. Interesting, she wrote, some are too proud. Yeah, I need to start working. I need to see where I'm at. I need to be able to test myself and evaluate me and see where I'm at physically and mentally. See if I'm capable of going back to work. I feel like, eventually you got to jump back into it and get back to the grindstone. Let's see. Michelle, I went to high school and college with Michelle Missy Merzaru. I say the scooter belongs to the customer while they are still at store Subway. They obviously, being optimistic here, needed it. I would not take it from them. Yeah, I never said I'd take it from somebody. I'd be a dickhead if I did that. If someone legit needs a scooter, they may need to bring their own, or the store needs to get more. Yeah, we definitely need to get more. Look at you, putting in the hard work. So happy for you and your optimism. I looked into being a 911 operator, dispatcher. There are certifications and things you can do to prepare. I think you'd be good at that. Yeah, I was volunteer firefighter, so I thought, I went into burning buildings. I climbed dark, scaffolding in an attic in a factory. Didn't know where, couldn't see in 2 feet in front of me, but I had a thermal imaging camera, and we were able to shoot the hose at the fire. So I think if I could do stuff like that, I think I can handle the stress of being a dispatcher. The only problem is I'm going to spend a long time sitting on my butt again, which I've been working at Walmart, and I have lost 4 pounds in the first 6 days I've been working at Walmart because I'm on my feet all the time. All right, my friend Michael Paul, he's a hockey coach, we pretty much agree on everything. So he says if they're done shopping, I say yes, return it. Yep, and I said yeah. See, this is why we are buddies. We usually agree on most things. Thank you. Have an awesome day. And he said, yep, they must not be hockey players. And that's a good comeback. I like that one. I can't believe Missy says, Missy Prenning, I'm not sure who she is, or I can't remember if she's a classmate from school. Her name sounds familiar, but, sometimes my brain doesn't always remember everything, especially after the stroke. But I think I remember most stuff. But anyway, she said, I can't believe you haven't learned you are never right. I am still trying to teach my husband that. LOL. Michael said, glad your recovery is going well. Yeah, Julie Henry, she actually follows my YouTube channel, and she became friends with me on Facebook because she thought my videos were hilarious, especially the spoof videos I did on, You Back Jeff. I did a bunch of spoof videos on him. And she just thought they were hilarious as hell, and she's become a really nice Facebook friend of mine. And she says, whatever Elizabeth says is right. Great job on your recovery. So I really appreciate that. Marcia Christian, I know her. Used to work with her a long time ago. So she said, I think it's wonderful that you're exploring options and hopefully a positive outcome. I would say give up the scooter, another shopper. Yeah, I agree. Now, Richard Thole, I've fished with him. He's a fishing buddy of mine. Great guy. I've known him from hockey world. I mean, he was a goalie back in my hometown. So there's no right or wrong, no wrong or right in this. All there is what we individually think. Yeah, I don't know. And he might be right. Let's hear what he has to say. So it's all a matter of what we're told growing up. Me personally, I see no reason to judge or allow a person eating Subway after shopping to continue on a scooter while they eat. What difference does it really make? And he's got a point there. What difference does it really make? Here's what I thought. Because I'm the door guy, and if there's no scooters there, there are customers that get mad. Okay, when the scooters aren't there, and then Subway is right by the door, and if people that need scooters see another person in the Subway eating a sandwich sitting on a scooter, they get a little upset about that, and I have to try to calm them down. And I saw that happening, and that's why I brought the subject up. I personally feel the carts are there for shopping. I will never yank a cart away from someone. That would be ridiculous. That's not what I get paid to do. But at the same time, me personally, once I get done shopping, I would return the cart and then put my stuff in a basket, and then or a push cart, and then give the scooter to someone else so they can use it to go shopping, and then I'd go eat my sandwich. But that's just me. I said, you make good points. My feeling is for the consideration of others. Yeah. Let me ask you a different way. Is it fair to sit on a scooter to eat a sandwich for 20 to 30 minutes when there is a line of disabled people waiting to use a scooter so they can shop? To me, it's selfish, but that's me. And 90% seem to think I'm wrong. See, this was a debate I had, and that's okay. Excuse me. Yeah, hope you are doing well. Thank you for giving me your honest opinion. It was an interesting debate I had with the girlfriend. Yeah, that's what brought this all up, because I had this debate with my girlfriend, Elizabeth, and she thought I was wrong. And we had this interesting conversation. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to throw it up on YouTube or on Facebook, see what my friends have to say about it. And then Richard replied, he said, hey, bud, if there's an actual line waiting, he said actual, then I say hell to no. But how often does that happen? And then he goes, why would you say hell to no? Shannon is actually a really good friend of mine, and she does have medical issues, where her bones are brittle and they break real easily. And so she's had to live with this her entire life. Kind of like that person from that movie, with the superheroes, Bruce Willis, and then Mr. Glass, But anyways, she goes, I know you didn't start this, but I'm curious why you changed your position. So that person did their shopping, maybe has a health condition, and needed to eat something before passing out, or needs to take meds with food at a certain time. My girlfriend's made that same statement when we were debating. And obviously they can't walk far. Hence, using the scooter to begin with, they still need to use it to get to their vehicle. Would you go up to them and say, since you are just sitting here eating, we need the scooter for someone else? See, I never said we were going to grab the scooter from someone, but that's, she uses that to make her argument. People have health problems that you don't always see, so would it be okay to go take the scooter? Well, no one said we were going to take the scooter. And I said, yeah. The line waiting for scooters does seem to only happen during peak shopping hours. I talked with the push cart retrieving team, and they are now doing an excellent job getting electric scooters left from the parking lot back over to the entryway. And this is a good, friendly debate. Richard here is a hockey goalie I grew up with my entire childhood, has managed retail stores as well as being a business owner. Shannon, I'll say we both agree you are right. I know neither of us would yank a scooter, someone off a scooter they are using to eat a sandwich. But I'll tell you one thing, these disabled people waiting for a scooter get mad. Yeah, they get mad when they see another disabled person tying up that scooter while eating inside Subway. They will even voice their displeasure, and I do my best to calm them down. Yeah. We both know there's nothing we can do until they decide they are finished using the electric scooter. And yeah, pretty much everyone here, including Richard and my girlfriend, all agree with you. So I will have to chalk it up that I'm wrong again. And that's why I'm asking a question, because I love hearing everybody's thoughts. So she said, I'm sorry if I was rude. I was honestly just wondering what changes stands. I completely understand that others wanting a scooter get upset. You know, seeing someone eating. If someone come at you yelling, expect you to do something, maybe say, I'm sorry, sir, ma'am. That person might have a health condition that they need to eat before attempting to drive. As soon as I can get a scooter for you, I surely will. Yeah, that's what I do. You know, I have to do it that way. She phrases it really nice, so I'll have to use her idea there, the way she phrased it. In your line of work right now, unfortunately, you have to deal with crabby people that take it out on you. Never fun to deal with. I will say the stores don't keep enough scooters, and she is totally right. Like I told you in my other comment, I've had days where I've been offered one from employers, but employees, especially when I had those 4 left hip replacements, I was using a walker. As much as I love to use one, I knew that I would be judged horribly because I look completely normal. She does look completely normal. She's a beautiful, beautiful lady, a good friend of mine from my high school. So I never use one, but that's also why I will never judge someone else for using one or assuming they are fine and don't need. Again, I'm sorry. That was not my intention. Yeah, she's just sorry if I came across really. You know I'm not like that. Of course, I know you're not like that.
Okay, so we're getting to this part here. Julie Rose. I really good friend of mine. She's very left wing. She usually doesn't agree with anything that I write about, but I have just the utmost respect for her, and she does. She's a good person, no doubt about it. We just don't agree on anything political. So I said, "You rock, my friend. Even if we don't agree, to me, what feels right to you doesn't wash. Is it right to hit someone if you feel like it? Hopefully, you see where I'm coming from. Is there snow by you yet?" Um, so she replied, "It would feel wrong to hit someone though, so I'm not getting the point." Well, exactly. Yeah, that was the point I was making. But yeah, I don't know. You don't want to get into a big debate about something like this. It's just a Facebook group, post. And I'm still working on my speech here. Sometimes I noticed I slur my words a little bit, so that's probably part of my stroke, and I'm really working hard to try to overcome that. Sometimes my words don't always come out right, but here we go. We had snow, but hooray, it's gone. Sending hugs. And so she was really cool about it. Now, Rita is a girl I grew up next to my whole life. She lived about 3 houses down from me. And she says, "Listen to girlfriend." And then I answered back. I said, and I think somebody else gave her a love, a heart or whatever. That was probably my girlfriend. Um, I said, "Rita, I was hoping I'd be right sometime." So Shannon wrote, "Congratulations." Okay, this is Shannon, and she's my wonderful friend in Minnesota. We went to the same high school. We were not in the same class. I believe she's maybe a little bit younger than me, but we went to the same high school, and we've become really great Facebook friends. So she says, "Congratulations on the new jobs and for recovering so well." She says, "With the scooter," and she has something to answer for that, because yeah, I'll tell her. Well, we'll read her story here. "It belongs to the person using it until they are finished. You don't know exactly what is wrong with someone, so it's never okay to assume they don't need it." Yeah, that wasn't the point. That I didn't make that point, but this is one of those cases where people are really like locked in. They're very passionate about certain topics, and so they I didn't that wasn't the point of my debate. The question was is you know when you use the cart, I don't care who it is that's using it, but when you're done using the electric scooter, um uh is it okay to sit in a subway when other people are waiting in line to use that scooter? And yeah, we do need more scooters. That we do, but we don't have them. That's just where we're at. We only have so many scooters, and so that was the question. And so, but it is interesting. Some people get fired up. They're very passionate and they want to make a strong case or a strong point, and they kind of like, I don't know, I forgot what the word is, but it's when you kind of change what the debate was all about just because you want to make a point. I think that, I don't know if they call that the straw man approach in debate. I took Introduction to Logic a long time ago in college, so I only took one semester of it. So loved the course. I got an A+ in it, and it opened my eyes to using logic in your debates, when you're coming, you're using, premises and coming to a conclusion. And so it is interesting how when people want to debate stuff, how they can change things around. So, but let's hear what she has to say, because she has really good stuff here. I am full of metal parts, broke almost every bone in my body. Yeah, I know. She's struggled so much in her life, and she's still an amazingly strong person, and I admire her. I am more metal than bone. Some days it is very hard on me to walk, where I actually have had store employees asking if I would like a scooter. I always say no because I don't want the judgment. People thinking because I look absolutely fine and wearing pants instead of shorts, you can't see my horrible scars. Right now I use a crutch because of just having knee replacement. So just be kind. You don't know what a person is really going through. Yep. And I told her, great comment. Thank you. Gave me some good insight. So Michelle graduated from my high school, same class as me. I've known her since I was 7th grade, I believe, all the way through high school. She said, your drive and tenacity are inspiring. I'm happy that you are feeling well. And then I replied, thank you, classmate. Next reunion, I'm hoping I don't show any signs of being in a hospital. So Terry, played football with Terry, and he was one of my best friends in high school. We sat at the lunchroom cafeteria together all the time. He said, praying for you, buddy. Frank is my cousin. He said, scooters are for use for shopping, not picnics or lunch breaks. See, I that's kind of what I thought too, So here's a person that actually sides with me, use the cart, get your shopping done, then bring it back. And if you want to go eat, then go to Subway and eat, but let somebody else use the cart for shopping. But, it was just something that I noticed, while working as the doorman. I would have never have even thought about this topic unless I hadn't been working there. And he said, yep, hope and wish you the best in recovery. Now, Ellen Maria, great friend of mine, lives in Wisconsin. She's actually got a master's in psychology and she works in insurance. So she always has interesting things to say. And so I always enjoy hearing her opinion. And she goes, I would ask the store manager, in my opinion, people should be considerate and not tie up scooters. But who am I to say? Hopefully you'll be back on the road soon. Yeah. And, so she actually agrees with me, which is interesting because she normally doesn't agree with me on anything. As far as politically or anything else on dating. She actually loves my dating stories. And so she never agrees with anything that I have to say on that one. Jimmy is a guy from Florida that is really good friends with one of my classmates in Florida, and he's an ex-truck driver, and I don't know, we just become Facebook friends. So he says, first off, congratulations on recovering. Yes, it does suck for CDL suspension. Now, back to the handicapped scooter issue. If they had to get one to do their shopping and the Subway is in the store, I think they would still need that scooter to get back to their means of transportation. Yeah, he makes a great point. Um, he makes a great point, and that's why I would never, kick somebody off a scooter, because that's not my job. My job's not to kick somebody off a scooter. That I would be a dick if I did that. Have a better year, Tony, when the new year arrives. Prayers that we are not in a world war before that happens, New Year's. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt, And I told him I hope peace is in the works as well. Barbara Wright says, great Facebook friend of mine. She lives on the other side of Lake Michigan. She lives in Michigan. And I've never met her, but we become great Facebook friends. She's actually was friends with another truck driver that I work with, David Rupp, and then I don't know. We just started becoming really good friends, and from him, and so. Anyways, congratulations on your job at Walmart. I like all their greeters and cashiers here. You do well at anything, Tony, and I hope the future that you can resume something you enjoy even more. Regarding the scooter, I think in all good conscience, it should be returned before Subway. In fact, a Subway could be to go. Yeah. I never had to use one, but respect the choice made by those who do. Some have different needs than others. Yeah. And she's right, she's right, yep, and I replied, yep, that's the point that others have made as well, my stepdaughter's 31, and she's about to have open heart surgery, and she must take it easy. I know she would never take a scooter because she looks absolutely healthy, and she'd be worried about getting funny looks from people that can't see that she has a medical condition. Yeah, she needs open heart surgery. She's got tears in her heart, where her aorta is. She's actually got a tear on the upper part of her aorta and on the bottom part of her aorta. That's the main vein that takes blood away from the heart and pumps it to all the other organs in your body. That organ where the connections are, it's like a hose. Both ends of the hose have tears in it, and so she is very much in danger of losing her life, and she needs a surgery, and she's not supposed to do anything stressful, or she risks death. That's why she's going to need surgery. But the doctors want her to get better. They're hoping that naturally she can heal herself and get a little stronger and get her blood pressure down, and then they're going to do the surgery. So that's why she has to wait. Chantel Anderson. I think Chantel went to my high school, but we just become Facebook friends. Let's see what she has to say. Good to hear you moving forward, praying for a good report on the scan. Yeah, me too. I want to be able to legally drive again, whether it's just my own pickup truck, I'm with your girlfriend on scooters. People use them because they can't get around. Yep. So maybe Walmart needs a few more. Yeah, we definitely need a few more. We always bring them in when we see them in the parking lot. And I feel like the cart guys should prioritize that. This is a good thing why I do some of these videos, because I have to learn to get my speech back. So prioritize that. Congratulations on the job, though. I always thought the greater job would be fun. Hopefully you can get back to driving soon. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see if I want to drive. So far, since I started working again, I wanted to see where my body was. And maybe I mentioned that earlier. But, the only way, you know where you're at is you have to challenge yourself. And so far, since I've been doing this job, I'm losing weight. And that's a good thing. I have not been losing weight when I sit for, 8, 9, 10 hours, 11 hours driving a semi-truck. We can legally drive 11 hours. That's a lot of sitting on your butt, and it's not good for you, especially at my age. Our bodies are meant to move. We're supposed to move. We need to get the blood circulating through our system. That's what's good for our bodies. Sitting around all day is not good for your body. And it's proven it to me because it's put me in the hospital twice now. So, Tara McDonald, another good friend of mine from Minnesota. I just know her from Facebook. Never met her personally, but she's just a wonderful person. She lives in an area where I have family that lives out in that same area. So she says, sending positive vibes all the way, good things. And I said, thank you so much. Dave Otter is an interesting person because Dave Otter is a coworker of mine from the truck driving company that I work at. Okay, so he has something to say here. Well, if you could change a lifestyle you were doing in trucking, then try again. I had the triple bypass and aorta rebuild back in February, off for 4 months because no one told me about the test they would want and the hard 3-month DOT rule. Don't know how a state can require more than a federal rule. Okay. And then he said, thankful for disability, insurance. If you didn't have it. And I replied, yeah, I didn't have disability insurance. And that was dumb on my part because I never, I always thought, I could get away. Like if I was injured for a month or like a month or so, I probably could, I had an emergency fund and I could survive off that emergency fund. But I never, you just don't think, a stroke would hit you. And that was probably short-sightedness on my part, I have a lot of vacation time built up and that's probably part of the reason why I wound up in the hospital, but I've been using vacation time. So, so I replied, hey, my friend, states regulate DOT and normal driver's license as well as enforce federal DOT. You are right, it's confusing. But the stroke law, that should be stroke, not stoke, law actually suspends my state driving license, which is also my CDL. If you get a DWI in your personal vehicle, the DWI also goes on your CDL. And it automatically suspends your CDL if you have a DWI. Same thing with a stroke. If you get too many speeding tickets, that counts, like if I get a speeding ticket with my semi truck, it also counts on my normal license. And if I get a speeding ticket with my car or my pickup truck, that goes on my CDL. So if you get too many of those, they suspend your CDL. They can also suspend your driver's license, period. All right. So here's what happened. And that's why different states have different laws. Yeah, it's a state thing because it governs your normal license, but the normal license is your CDL. Now, was it reported? No. The reason why it wasn't reported is because the stroke happened while I was parked at McCain Foods. So it's not on my driver's license, the suspension. But I don't want me or the company to be sued if something happens while driving the semi on the road. So we aren't taking any chances. We aren't going to violate the state law. We are going to do this by the book and get the proper clearances. Now I have to decide whether I want to come back or not. This job put me in the hospital twice and scared the shit out of me. When my right arm didn't move for 2 days, and I got lucky. I wasn't stuck in a wheelchair for the rest of my life with my younger girlfriend wiping my butt. She would stay with me no matter what, but that wouldn't be fair to her. Kane is helping me tremendously with expenses and me keeping my insurance because the pills and doctor visits aren't cheap. Yeah, and I also have a $10,000 hospital bill. Insurance covered a lot of that, but my out-of-pocket is $10,000. My girlfriend and her brother also moved in to help me out with expenses and house maintenance. Yes, they did. When I was really weak there for a little bit, he would mow the lawn all the time, and he did a lot of the repairs around the house. We had a lot of things that needed fixing, and he did it, helped me out. Kane said they want me back, and Kane is a good company. If they were assholes, I wouldn't work for them. Period is that. I wouldn't be with them for 20 some years that I've worked for them. They're good people. They don't, we just, neither one of us agree about the job killing me, They think it could have happened with me doing anything, and they haven't acknowledged the fact that the job is part of the reason why I'm in the hospital. They won't acknowledge that. But of course, they own the company. They're not going to acknowledge that. I say differently. The job is killing me. and it's probably killing Dave Otter too. You know, but he had the same operation as my as my future stepdaughter, and she is not a truck driver. You know, she's actually works as a waitress. So you know, who's right? I don't know. I think we're both right, maybe. You know, it's one of those situations there. Take care of yourself, Dave. Safe travels while navigating those icy roads in your path in life. I always thought you were a good guy. So, yep. He said, well, I tried. Maybe look into dispatch. You know, you already know all the excuses. Yeah. I'd give him a like there for that one. You know, some other people said that too. Problem with Kane is that Kane is one of those companies where it's a family-run company. So there's no opportunity for me to move up in that company. You know, they hire from within the family. So, you know, the family is going to move. They're going to move the kids into the position of man. They got, what, 4 or 5 generations now working at Kane Transfer. So there are no opportunities for people that are not members of the family. That's reality. You know, so I have no hopes of ever. All I'm ever going to do is be a driver. That's all I'll ever be. You know. I will never be a manager. I'll never be a dispatcher, and I'm stuck. It's kind of like a dead end career. I mean, yeah, they're paying you good money, but that's all it is. You're not going to advance anywhere. Alan Koski, he graduated with Alan. He's from my class. I was also on a tennis team with Alan. He was a really good singles player. I was a doubles player. So, anyways, Alan says, "Dude, Tony, congrats on your success and recovery plan." I said, "Thank you, my old teammate friend. Let's play tennis soon, you know." And he's like, "Yeah, look me up when you're in Florida." And I said, "You know, girlfriend, let's see what we got here." I said, "The girlfriend has 2 brothers living there and wants to see them, so that may happen." And then he says, "Yeah. Tickets for Christmas are cheap, and then look on low fares." Yeah, he's a big golf guy too. So let's see, Shauna Rennick Vilman, I think that's, yeah. She's an awesome lady. She was a leader of the first responders back when I was on the fire department, and she's just a good friend of mine. And so I always appreciate anything she has to say. If they struggle to walk and need a scooter to get their groceries, why is it different for them to use a scooter to eat prepared food? They are still in the building. Yeah, yeah. And I'd like to think the majority of people aren't using a scooter if they truly don't need it. Yeah, you know, she's right. You know, she's right. I can't argue that. Yeah, so I responded, "Yep, most are here are saying the same thing as you. My girlfriend agrees with you." I thought it was an interesting debate, but then I asked her this question. I said, "Would you personally use a scooter to eat at the in-store Walmart, which is by the door after you finish shopping, knowing there are others waiting for a scooter? If you wouldn't do that, then why is it okay for others to do it?" See, now that's an interesting question, because now I'm asking her personally, what would you do? Instead of just saying, is it okay for other people to do it? I'm saying, what would you do? You know? And I said, "Yeah, hope all is well for you as you scooter through life," you know? And she says, "Yeah, probably, but not. Probably not." She said, "Probably not, but that's me. I also would not use a scooter ever, because no matter how bad I have it, someone else needs it more than me." Yeah. So a lot of people feel that way. A lot of people, you know, that need scooters actually don't use them because they know there's probably somebody out there that's worse than they are. Yep. And I told her about my stepdaughter there. So that's my video for today. I gotta, my girlfriend always gets nervous when I film in front of the kitchen. I have to make sure there aren't any dishes in the sink and all the cabinets are closed, because I think I made a video last time in the kitchen, There were dishes in the sink, and she was like mad about it. You know, she's like, why'd you film the video like that? You know, but yeah, I've lost 4 pounds since I've been working for Walmart. I'm hoping I still want to lose about 20 more pounds. I'm wearing the ghost hat I wore when I took my girlfriend to that cigar bar over there in Milwaukee, the famous haunted cigar bar. And we both bought matching hats with the ghost symbol. But anyways, I'm gonna head out, and I got the day off today. I don't have to work at Walmart, so I may make another video later today because I've got some more incidences have happened at Walmart, and some funny stories to tell you all. So sorry this video got long, but I'm gonna go out. I got the day off. The sun is out. You can see the sun. I'm gonna take DJ hiking along trails and just enjoy some time with him. So I hope you all have a great day. Wisconsin hugs.